This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
All right, man. I got to apologize to all the fans out there. I was feeling lethargic last week. I messed up my calorie count. I got it dialed in now. I've got myself, I'm eating a bunch of cans of sardines. We got all of our food chum chat out of the way.
Chum. Yeah, our chummy chat. We did.
Chum chat. We got this. How about this? How you eating? How you living?
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, who, me? I'm good.
I'm good. Well, we know. We already touched base. We know we're good.
We don't think we weren't really talked since last week.
Yeah, a lot of times we just talk on this podcast. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
While the energy's high.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
I'm Sam.
I'm Nate.
Let's have a podcast. Let's call it the Royal We. And if you listen to it, it's about us talking about the news.
Yeah.
And we read the headlines, but we don't read the articles because facts just get in the way.
They do.
We read them and we just guess.
Yep.
What's this? How could that happen? Why is this?
Yeah.
And if you want to send us headlines, and you should, you could do. You said that so seductively.
Lady, you should send them on in, baby. Send them on in.
You can do it at Royal Weekcast on Twitter or royalweekcast@gmail.com or live at twitch.tv/Royal Weekcast. Let's get into it, man. I got one.
All right. Tweet.
I got one here. If you're listening live on Twitch, we got one guy here.
Yeah.
You can listen to us make this sausage. I mean, right now it's 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I don't know that we're going to get a lot of listeners.
It's true. Yeah. If you're up late night burning that midnight oil.
I get some grease to help you get through that that oil. The oil.
The oral.
Do you know anyone who says there's like Texan or a real South? You're souther than your
Souther than
brethren.
Souther than me.
They say Earl.
Ol. There's ol. It's just like not oil. It's just ol.
I've always wondered, man.
Heat up a pan of ol.
But I've always wondered this when they're teaching, like a bunch of people who speak that way, when they're teaching a class, and they're like, all right, guys, ol, O-I-L, ol. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense what I'm saying?
When they're teaching people to talk, and then that's
like I don't know. This is gonna go down a weird road, I think.
Well, I think they just pick up on whoever's teaching you, because like I noticed that here a lot of times with Taiwanese, talking to Taiwanese people who speak English, sometimes you can tell if they were taught by a British.
Oh sure.
Because they'll be speaking, but certain words they pick up the British accent, so it's an interesting
blueberry.
Yeah, blueberry, and yeah, stuff like that. Like you'll pick up little bits of like you're like it's like whoever.
I guess what I mean though is like there are some that they like imagine like the Boston accent, they say ka, you know.
Yeah, car.
Like there's an R on there, so I see, car. But
right. When
the spelling and the speaking, I guess you just don't make a distinction. I don't know.
Well, I guess that's why accents are a thing, is because people are.
Why don't I have one?
You don't.
I just speak the way words are spelled. God damn it!
Automobile.
That was a funny pause. We're like, all right.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, well, let's get into one. Let's where's my grease? Where's
my grease?
Where's my grease? Okay, here's one that is super in our wheelhouse.
Okay, I'm excited.
And I didn't even know what drawer to put it in. And I put it in crime. Mm-hmm. Now it's a bit of an assumption that it should be in crime, but I think maybe you'll agree with me that it belongs here.
Okay.
It could also be products and services. It could also be spook grease, monsters unexplained.
Is this going to have something to do with like a ghost prostitute who murdered somebody?
No. Well, do you have a breaking news story about that?
No, I was just skipping rocks across the drawers and picking up what stuck.
Here it is, man. Outrage over a handbag allegedly made with an ethically sourced human spine.
Why does that sound so familiar?
What?
There's no way we've talked about that.
No. We've talked about human leather.
Human leather?
Yeah, we talked about that skulls.com or skulls. What was it? Skulls?
Oh, Skulls Unlimited.
Skulls Unlimited. There's like a website to like get skulls.
Skulls Unlimited. You can buy people's bones on this site.
Yeah.
But at least they told you where they came from. They're like, these are, but the human leather was like, don't worry about it. Do you want a wallet made out of people skin or not?
The highest quality people skin.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Your money's going to go to their bereaved. Don't worry. What?
Quit worrying about everything.
This is outrage over a handbag allegedly made with an ethically sourced. How do you ethically source a human spine?
I guess you ask them and fill out some paperwork before they die. And then you go in and talk to some people, like you have a lawyer, and you have to look at it, and then the lawyer's like, all right, man, if this is what you want, I guess we can make this legal. And then after they die...
All right, man, I guess
would be
if this is what you want.
Well, like say, I got like terminal disease.
Terminal disease, right? Yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah, I got the worst one. I got terminal disease. You were like, hey man, when you die, can I have your skull? I'd be like, sure.
Can I?
I'm fine with it. But here's the thing. Here's what we have to. I mean, I ain't using it.
Yeah, your family's not gonna want to give it to me.
Well, I bet we have to arrange something to work because I bet they want to have like some sort of open casket thing.
So I'm gonna have to sneak in there and get it. Like, it's no sneaking. But I'm saying,
you'll go to jail, man. My head ain't worth it.
It's not. I'm saying the timing is important. Before, like after the open depending on how you go, after the open casket and before you're in the ground, I gotta get that skull.
Yeah. So after that's where you go in. We get a lawyer. We go listen. Whenever I die, I want my skull to be all cleaned up or whatever. We'll pay whatever that entails. But I want Sam gets it. Don't bury it.
Who's got that service? Who would you even talk to? I bet you the people at the funeral home?
Maybe at the morgue.
I bet you they would.
I mean, if anybody's going to do it,
they're not going to take the meat off of its skull for you. They're not like, that's not what we're about here.
You don't think somebody's probably, maybe. I bet somebody's always wanted to do that. They'd be like, fuck yeah, I've always wanted to just turn a person into bones and polish them up. You'd be like, oh, okay.
I bet you that's not.
But I mean, I'm not saying all of them, but I'm sure there's somebody.
Yeah, they're out there. But how do you make that phone call? How do you search for that?
I mean, the internet's a thing.
Yeah,
you just throw it up like to all mortuary, morticians.
Well, here's the part that we're kind of glossing over. They made a handbag out of a spine.
Yeah.
What does that mean? A spine? Think about how big your spine is. It's as long as your back.
So it's either like the spine is the handle, or maybe they broke it up into sections and made like.
But that's not going to be ergonomic. Like,
oh no, I'm sure it looks ridiculous. It's like, have you ever seen in any video game, the bone armor always looks kind of ridiculous because it's like just
rad. It looks fucking rad as hell though.
But you still have this rad ass, really
pretty bitchin',
awkward, this bitchin' weird bone handbag.
We should start unironically using the word bitchin'. Let's bring that back.
Bitchin'.
Let's not make any mention of it, and just you and I start referring, like, just people link stuff in. We're in that crazy group chat that just gets out of hand.
Oh yeah, just start saying bitch.
Like, bitchin'. You and me, we're gonna bring it back.
All right.
Because Zach, God damn it, I can't stop saying the word wild because of Zach.
Yeah, I say it all the time too because he says wild.
He says wild. Like, that's wild.
He says it's wild, and he always goes 100%, 100%, and I've picked that up. When I lived with him, that's what I think. If we're talking about accents and diet and stuff, I'll just pick up little things of people that I'm around. I remember when I lived in Ohio for a while, and I remember talking to my dad on the phone. He's like, "You sound like a Buckeye." And I was like, what's that mean? He's like, you've lost your, I was like, okay.
How long were you in Ohio that you lost it? You lost your Virginia.
Not very long. But then I think it was just everybody I was hanging around had a certain way of speaking, and then I picked it up.
What's a Buckeye?
Someone from Ohio.
Why?
It's the Buckeye State. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
That's their motto. I don't know.
Their motto. That's us. That's what we're about.
Then he just leave me alone for a while. Put me where everybody speaks Taiwanese, and it all comes back. And I'm like, hey man, what's that? Look, coming here. Reckon.
I still call breakfast shops bingers because of you.
Binger.
Hit up a binger.
Hit up some bingers. Get you one of them Pijos.
I mean, ethically sourced human spine. I mean, there's outrage. The thing about, imagine if you're walking down the street with this god awful thing.
I bet most people wouldn't think it was real, or they would. They at the least. No, they wouldn't think it was people. You know, they would think like, what is?
Oh, that's not people.
That's not people. That's like, what is that? Is that like horse bones?
Yeah. Why don't you use like a pig spine or something?
Yeah. Closest thing to people.
I imagine it's much easier to get a hold of.
Yeah, way easier.
Well, they're throwing them away basically.
I guarantee you, I could like the Big Lebowski. You want a pig spine? I can get you pig spine by 4:00 this afternoon.
Oh, easy, man! I bet you we could have one in the day.
Yeah, we just go down to one of these night markets where they butcher like whole pigs and just be like, hey,
holy shit, man! When I was walking around, when I tried to walk down Taiwan,
mm-hmm.
we just got lost at one point. You know, sometimes you just follow Google And when you're on foot, it's especially harrowing. But we ended up behind this pig farm, just in the fucking woods. And the sun went down, and it was terrifying. Have you ever heard what a pig farm sounds like at night?
No, I've heard pigs, and they make some wild noises, but...
Dude, it just sounded like, I don't know.
The apocalypse?
Yeah, horror. It just sounded like horror. And yeah.
Roar!
Yeah, it was like this. We're like, and I was like, it's pigs. I know it's pigs. Don't get any other thoughts. I know it's just pigs.
But it's dark and it's weird.
Yeah, and I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere on foot. And I've been walking all day and I'm tired. If I had to run right now, I would just push my girlfriend down and run. She doesn't listen to this. Don't tell her.
I don't tell. You know what Sam said? He said he'd feed you to pigs.
She can speak Chinese. I gotta go. She'll talk her way out of it. There's no way I'm gonna get eat. I'm gonna get it.
Get it up.
Let's open up. Let's open up a drawer we haven't opened up in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's open up. Well, we're here in crime. Let's stay in crime.
Okay.
Woman jailed for allegedly cutting off her hand for insurance payout. I don't know that jail is where she should be.
Right?
Woman needs help.
Yeah, she needs a little bit.
Because if you're willing to cut your hand off, man, you're in some dire straits.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I mean, your whole hand.
I would go down a lot of roads.
Yeah, your whole hand.
Yeah, obviously you cut your left.
Yeah.
You're non-dominant.
Yeah, you're non-dom.
But even then, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be. And when just losing a
limb and appendage.
Yeah, an appendage like that, it causes all sorts of fucking problems.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
yeah, to say the goddamn least.
Real, as soon as I said it, I'm like, yeah, of course. But I get
You said that so thoughtfully, too. Yeah, the thing about losing a head is you got a lot of fucking problems now.
That'll cause some problems. Yeah, you got a whole host of things to worry about, like crazy infection. But it fucks with your blood pressure, it fucks with your heart because
she's probably blade out.
Yeah, and if even when they stop, they got to go in and do surgery to connect to loop the blood vessels over.
And all the tendons are probably whipped back up into your forearm and shit.
Yeah, stuff you're not expecting. Yeah, all those muscles are bunching up at your elbow and causing you a world of hurt. Bad idea.
What's crazy though is super bad idea. There's a lot of things I would definitely do before I even considered that. But
yeah,
how did she did it in a way that it was clear because she's in jail, right? So she did it in a way that's clearly fraud. I feel like there's got to be ways where you could do it
And what?
Go to a Home Depot. Let me just brainstorm. Go to a Home Depot. You know they got that place where you can go, there's lumber and they'll chop it down for you?
Uh-huh.
Take your hand off there.
Yeah.
It's plausible. It's plausible that you could have fucked up,
Yeah. Something that, there's got to be some way. There's some way that it's going to work. Because, Lord. And how much insurance money was it, do you think? I mean, it would have to be an insane amount to lose a hand.
If I had to lose a hand, I have to be set for life, man. I'm talking probably at least upward, over 5 million.
Oh, for me, yeah, probably way over that. It would be...
Dude, 5 million. I think I can live the rest of my life on 5 million. You don't think so?
I wouldn't cut my hand off for 5 million.
No, I guess that's true.
There's no way.
Well, what price, how much does it cost for me to get the... let me throw the hand in there, man. I'm already getting the skull.
What, you want my hand? Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm getting your skull, too.
Yeah, but when I'm dead, how much are you...
Yeah, but...
So you're going to pay me to give you my hand now?
Yeah, now, yeah.
You ain't got the money, man. You ain't got the bread.
I know. I seen how you living.
It would take a lot of money for me to even cut my pinky off.
No, I know. That's true, man. I mean, pinky, I think I could be talked into.
Pinky, I would actually do my right hand because you could still play guitar with your left. Because if you
yeah, that's an interesting idea.
Because you don't use, I don't know what I'm.
That's funny. You went into that, you got it more thought out than I would have been. All right, take it, and then oh wait.
Aw, now it's hard to play Hey Jude. But yeah, my right hand, I don't know what I use it for. My right hand,
your pinky. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're right. Insurance payout. I mean,
yeah, it's got to be. And what? That's interesting because I want to know what insurance she has. Some sort of I'm sure it's a disability or something, but insurance. But to lose your whole hand,
and not worth it, man. Super not worth it.
And it's
Tennessee.
And hold up. And can you imagine doing all that? And not getting the money, and not getting the money, and you're in jail, and you don't have a hand. You're sitting there for a minute going, Well, god damn it.
Yeah, goddamn, man, you've been sleeping with your sister, you know?
And you have to... Oof. How embarrassing.
I can't imagine. I mean, you ever think, like, you ever hurt yourself in a way and you're like, God, this is my life now? Like, or you get a scar or something, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of the last time I've done that to myself. I've done something where I'm like, oh, I got to live with this the rest of my life now. It doesn't happen often, but...
Acid.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is my brain now.
This is who I got to live with now. I'm trying to think, but no, I know what you mean. Like, I've done stuff before and like been like, oh, that's...
Yeah, I've never cut off a limb or anything. I broke my arm once, but I don't remember. But it's like, I guess I haven't really felt that, I suppose. But like, you know, if you cut off your hand, I think I'd be thinking, well, shit, now the rest of my life, I you know, obviously I see everything goes without saying, but it's just like...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anywho.
That's just going to go down a bummer road.
Yeah.
This reminds me how when I used to be in class for some reason, because I would just be bored in class. You know, I was one of those kids in school who just like, God, if I could focus on anything but the lecture, that was what I would do.
Sure.
And I used to do things like I would see how long I could hold my breath. Like I got really good at holding my breath for over 3 minutes because I would just be in class like just watching the clock and then and the teacher like, what the hell are you doing? But I remember I got not obsessed, but I got really interested in trying to learn how to cry on command.
I remember you telling me this. Yeah.
And I would be in Spanish class and just thinking of like the sad. And then what I think about the hand is I think that we were really poor. We weren't, but I'm saying in my fantasy, my crying fantasy, I would say we were so poor that my dad would cut off one of his arms and like give it to us to eat. And like, so I would like I'd really think that through. And in Spanish class, like really try to live in that reality of me like trying to eat my dad's arm so I don't starve to death. And
wow.
And I would get, you know, I would be in a weird place, but I could never make myself cry. But I remember the Spanish teacher one time, the senora, she stopped lecture. I was like, hey, buddy, what's up with you? I guess the look on my face was crazy.
You're sitting there thinking about having to eat your dad's arm.
Which is, I don't know why that's where I went.
Yeah, because that's a weird, like, I don't know if I could get past being like, this is sad. I think my brain would just perpetually be like, this is the weirdest goddamn thing ever.
It's where my brain, that's the saddest thing I could think of. Well, I mean, what else? How else are you supposed to make yourself cry if it's not eating your dad's arm?
I don't know. Get drunk and listen to some sad songs or something.
But in the middle of class, like, you gotta like put yourself somewhere. Yeah, get drunk and listen to sad songs. Yeah, that'll do it, bud. But you're in the middle of a Spanish class. You got to do it just mentally.
Yeah.
All right. Tennessee man shot and killed during YouTube prank robbery gone wrong.
Damn. I mean, you're rolling the dice, man.
Yeah, you're rolling some stupid ass dice too. Who does a prank robbery?
I mean, you think that's the way he would have wanted it. You think that's what it, because if you're pulling a prank robbery, if it seems like at some point he's probably like, well, if I'm going to go out, that's the way I would have wanted it to happen.
No, I don't think. No.
You don't think his friends were like, I think he would have, I mean.
You think he's that much of a chuckle fuck that they're like, yeah, he wanted to go out this way on YouTube?
I mean, probably a little bit of it, but then I'm sure he was a young guy and it's sad that he's dead.
Yeah, but I bet you, I think I know what you're saying though, that like, I bet you his friends were like, oh yeah, that lines up.
Yeah.
That goes on with my story of Chuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like they were sitting around afterwards being like,
oh, YouTube prank robbery? Yeah, that fucking idiot, of course.
What an idiot. But yeah, I mean, that's what, if he's going to go, that's how, I mean, it didn't surprise me. Didn't surprise any of us.
I heard an incredible story about a prank. And is it strange to tell? It was George Clooney, who's pretty known for pranks.
Okay.
He used to live with Richard Kind. Do you know Richard Kind?
I know the name. I can't picture his face.
You definitely would recognize him if you saw him. He has a funny way of talking.
Okay.
He's like he's one of these guys that shows up and stuff. You just always know him.
Yeah.
But he used to live with him, and he had this little kitten that he loved. Richard Kind did. And go off to work, and George Clooney was out of work at the time, so he would just like be home all the time. And the cat had a litter box, and every time the cat would use the litter box, he'd scoop it and flush it down the toilet. George Clooney would, And when Richard Kind came home, he kept seeing that the litter box was clean, and he kept thinking that his cat was constipated. So after like a week of this, he took the cat to the vet and got all his special medicine, like, cat Metamucil, to like make the cat shit.
Right.
Well, then he goes off to work, and for some reason, George Clooney just decides to keep fucking with him and keeps scooping it and flushing it, scooping it and flushing it, right? And he's doing that for weeks. And like Richard Kind's getting really, really worried, and he doesn't know what to do. And finally, George Clooney decides, in his infinite wisdom, that what he had to do, the way he got to finish this prank, was to take a shit in the kitty litter box for Richard Kind to find.
That's great.
Which is, what an incredible, like
whoa, there it is. There's a...
I love But George Clooney is that much of a chuckle fuck that he'll take a shit in a kitty litter box. You know what I mean?
Yeah. God, that's stupid. I remember telling you this before. I remember reading this thing with somebody said as a joke they took a shit in their families, like nobody was home, and they took a shit in the cat litter box like that just as a joke, and then didn't say anything.
Okay.
And they came home and were like, holy hell. Like there's like this gigantic turd. Like
As long as a cat. Like there's no way it came from the cat.
yeah. It's half a keyboard long. So they were concerned, were like, that's not right. So they took it to the vet.
Yeah, it's not right that he did it, but sure.
On many levels. It's not right. But anyway, they took the cat to the vet. So they kind of felt bad because they got concerned and he couldn't say anything. So he was like, oh, if I say something now, like it's went on too long. You know what I mean? Like I can't.
Yeah, like, now you're.
Yeah. It's now.
But, I mean, so let's let it go on longer. Let's let money involved.
Yeah, so they take it to the vet, but then they found out that the cat had some sort of like blood disease or something. They discovered that and gave it medicine. They were like, yeah, it's a good thing you brought the cat in or it would have died in like a few months.
Huh?
So he's like, so in a way, he's like, I saved my cat's life. He goes, but to this day, they don't know that I took a giant shit. He goes, I can't tell anybody that I was like some sort of like subversive hero in that scenario because of my chuckle fuckery. I shit in the litter box, which led you to take the cat to the vet, find out it has a blood disease, and cure it.
Do you think? I bet you he could probably get like let that out of the bag now. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. What are you gonna do? If it wasn't for me, the cat would be dead.
He's not a deacon at a church. You know what I mean? Like he's living his life in a way that like you're not gonna. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's like, oh hey guys, years and years ago I took a shit in a cat litter box. You're like, you of all people? Like it's not gonna be that much of a surprise.
Yeah,
I don't know the guy, but
right.
I'm assuming.
Like I imagine if either one of us did that to our family and came out, they'd be like, all right.
That would be the exact response. Why?
They'd be like, okay. Like, why are you just now telling us? But they wouldn't doubt for a second that you did it.
No.
They'd be like, of course. Why did you tell us? Well,
I wasn't like into pranks. I used to do like weird stuff where I would get like into, like there was like a 2-month period in my life where I used to be into ripping my shirt off, like ripping it like a
2-month period in my life. What was happening? Who hurt you?
I just thought it was funny. Like at any moment to just be like, what?
I'm sure your mom didn't be like, I'm buying you these fucking shirts.
Yeah, my dad eventually had a talking to. He gave me a talking to.
Like you can't. At least these cost money, man.
I ripped a good 20 of them. Well, we would be like, I remember we were wrestling, like we had to take this fucking washer and dryer out of the basement with this really steep ass staircase. And my dad's on one end and we get all the way up and it like took us, a little bit of a struggle to get out of the basement,
right.
Wrestling with this thing. And then we got to the top. I was like, that fucking ruled. We got it. And I just ripped my shirt open. Like, ah! And my dad was like, what are you doing?
Your beautiful shirt.
And I remember thinking that was so funny. Yeah, am I ever right? I remember thinking it was so funny that I would take any opportunity where it was even remotely viable for me to rip my shirt open. I would do it.
It's pretty funny.
And I thought, I just got it down to like I knew exactly like where to grab the shirt to rip it. I would do it constantly. I remember Ben got upset too. Ben was like, "Why? What are we doing? Why are we wasting shirts? What's wrong with you?
Why are we wasting shirts?"
What's funny is I haven't done it since. I got it all out of my system.
You got it out of your system. You got all the shirt ripping you need. Yeah.
Dude, it's fun. Seriously, if you got an old shirt you don't like, rip it. It's fun.
I think I remember ripping one at some point, ripping open a shirt. And it seemed like it was a good time.
It's easier than you'd think.
Yeah, especially got some like a cheap shirt. Yeah, you get a hold of them. I'd always just do odd stuff like that was funny to me of just like moving stuff around or like
funny to you and only you.
Yeah,
and only you know about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I told you the story about how I tried to hide my mom's coffee table,
right?
And I hid it behind her back, and then I did it, and I was like, well, now she's going to go in there and sit down to have her coffee, and that's what I originally thought was funny. It's like she's going to go in there where she sits every day to have her coffee and go to put her coffee down and be like, where's the table? And I'd be like, ah. Then I was like, what would be funnier to me and no one else is that now that I've stolen the coffee table and it's not in there, if I can manage to put it back without her ever knowing, then I will have somehow completed 2 jokes. But nobody knows it but me. But
I kind of I get it. I mean, that's why you and I think are good friends, because I get it.
Yeah, because I'm like, that's funny to me. Like no one ever knows that. I mean, they know because I'm telling the story. But like my mom never knew. She just went there and had her coffee like normal. But I'm like, haha, little do you know that 5 minutes ago that table wasn't even there. Stupid.
I remember, I mean, it wasn't a prank, but we got super drunk and rowdy at my friend's house, and we somehow broke his table. I don't know what we were doing, but we smashed the shit out of his table. Mm-hmm. And his mom was sleeping upstairs. And we, like, all night, us drunk idiots, like, engineered with, like, wood glue and, like, vices and stuff. We, like, got it back together and put it all normal. But then our buddy, in his goddamn infinite wisdom, left a note, said, "Sorry about your table." But the table looked fine. And it was completely like, unless you got under it and looked up at the joist, like, you don't know what they did fucking anything to it. But then she got up under it, I was looking at it, we got in trouble. We're like, what the fuck, man? Why did we spend 3 hours fixing it if you're just going to leave a note saying we broke it?
Yeah, that's funny. Man.
Okay, let's do what?
We're bantering, man. We're big time banter.
I know. Yeah, I know. We're big banter.
Big time banter. Big boy banter.
Big boy banter. I love this one. Here's one in the law. Let's move from the crime to the law. This is when the court gets involved.
Okay.
$517,000 rock, paper, scissors debt ruled invalid by Canadian court.
As it probably should be.
Yeah. What the fuck? It was just a bet that got out of hand. They kept doubling nothing, double down, double down, double down. And then they're like, you owe it, man. You fucking owe it.
If you said you owed it. And then some guy's like, no, I don't. We were playing rock, paper, scissors. But see, that's me. That's why I've never gambled in my life, because
I'm not into it.
I'm not in, because I'm like, people go, I bet you $5 that you can't do. And then it's like, all right, well then I'm not giving you $5. Like, it's like what? But I mean, if you do it on like mafia level, then someone kills you or something. But then I'm like,
a mafia level.
You know?
I know what you mean. It's a weird way to put it, but yeah.
If you're doing it on like some kind of level.
But you know what? If you're having like a funny, like, because like Rich, our buddy Rich likes to gamble.
Okay.
But if he says something and you're like, oh, well, I bet you that year, I think a movie was in this year. And you say, I think it's this year. He's like, how about, 100 NT? I've done that. I've lost. I've given him the 100 NT. You wouldn't?
Well, I wouldn't bet to start with, because I'm like, no, I don't want to give you 100 NT whether I win or. But it's but that may be a bit more if you agree to the bet like that. Like if it was like, okay, then yeah.
Like something quick, because I never would think to do that, but I've been around Rich who likes to gamble, and he will put things that way, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, if I lose $100, it's whatever. If I get $100, I'll be happy.
Right, because that's not that.
$100 is like three
$3. Yeah, that's not. It's inconsequential. But it's like if.
But if that was going down, like you're saying that you're not even interested in that.
No, I'm not even interested in that. I'm just like, no, I don't care. I'm not betting you $100. I don't know. I guess that's why I said I've never gotten into gambling, because I never understood it.
Listen,
because people would do stuff like that. I'll bet you this, whatever. And I'm like, no.
We're going to do something. This is going to be a royal we first, which I'm always interested in doing. It might not be a first. We may have done this before. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. For $517,000, Nathan, I want to play rock, paper, scissors with you.
No.
But what? Why?
For $517,000. Oh, wait. Is this hypothetical?
It could be. Also, neither of us have that kind of money.
Yeah.
And also, the Canadian court ruled it invalid. Come along with me and what this whimsy I'm trying to weave.
Okay.
You said no.
I just got through saying I wasn't doing it for 100 NT about a movie when a movie came out.
I know, but the point is,
paper, scissors is infinitely more random. There's no fact.
We're gonna do it on the audio. We're gonna do it an audio podcast.
Yeah, I can just lie.
Not the way I'm about to do it. You ready?
You don't know how immoral I am, Sam.
You ready?
You sure? Okay.
So I'm gonna count down, and we both have to say either rock, paper, or scissors.
Okay.
You ready?
This is infinitely entertaining. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Paper.
Ooh.
Okay. 1, 2. This is so stupid.
This is real dumb.
This is low for us.
This is low hanging fruit.
1, 2, 3. Paper.
Rock. Damn it.
I win. You owe me $517,000.
Nope.
Is that? Okay.
And if this is where the only reason that makes sense is if you're the mafia and you can pull off and be like, yeah, you do. This was fucking.
I'll fucking axe you.
This was really fucking stupid. You said you wanted to do it. Now we did it. Now you owes me the monies. And then you're like, I don't give a fuck. So I ain't giving you the monies.
Yeah. How did it get so serious that the court got involved? You know? Because I imagine it was something like what you and I just did. We were just fucking around.
Yeah. But
then one guy was like, no, but you owe me that money.
Yeah. Like you took that super. You're like, no, man, you owe me. And I'm like, and then you were like, no.
When you say no, I'm not gonna push you.
But yeah, I guess that's what happened. Is that guy did? If he was like, no, man, it was a bet. That's a rock. When you agree on it, that's a gentleman's agreement, and we're you know what I mean?
No, you know what I think? Here's my theory. Because it's a weird number, 517,000, right? I bet you there was some sort of legitimate debt.
Oh.
Right? More legitimate than a rock, paper, scissors. And then the guy said, listen,
I rock, paper, scissors you for it.
double or nothing. Let's do a rock, paper, scissors, right? And then it got blasted up to that 517 number. And then that's when the guy was like, shit.
Oh.
And then they got the court involved somehow?
Here's what I bet it was.
All right.
Let me throw my hat into the ring real quick. I bet
100 NT says you're wrong.
No dice. I imagine, say this guy, how much was it? 500 and what?
17,000. What a weird number, but yeah.
$517,000. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, not enough to cut off your hand, but it's good.
Yeah, I mean, even in Canadian, I ain't cutting my hand off for it. So I'm guessing maybe this guy somehow owed this person $517,000.
Oh,
and he said, I think it's the other way around. And he goes, hey man, I'll rock, paper, scissors you for it. And the guy goes, all right. And then they do it, and then the guy who owed the money won, and goes, no, I don't have to pay you. I won rock, paper, scissors. Oh. So then that guy had to take him to court and goes, this guy owed me $517,000. Then we rock, paper, scissors for it, and he won. But I think that's you know what I mean? I bet that's how it was. It was the other way around.
What's so interesting, though, is like, verbal contracts do exist.
They do. And where does that line, where does that go
Canada
away?
Canada
said no way.
God damn it, man. Okay, what should we click that one? That's, I think, the more, ethically sourced human spine.
Oh, shit. We've used up all of our extra coins like fools.
Yeah, we got that. We got hand cut off. That's kind of, a lady cut her hand off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Prank robbery.
Yeah.
We only did 4 headlines? God damn, we've been talking for like 40 minutes.
We've been jibber-jabbering. How about this?
What?
We'll read
That's some more complication.
Read the rock, paper, scissors ones, and if it's one of the things we've already said, we'll just forget about it and you pick the one about the spine or something.
Okay.
We're slowly abandoning all content.
Yeah. I know exactly. There are rules to this, Nathan. I'm gonna stick with rock, paper, scissors. I bet you it's gonna be okay. Let's play. Let's play the card. 517,000 rock, paper, scissors debt ruled invalid by Canadian court. 2 Canadian men wagered a whopping $517,000 on 3 simple games of rock, paper, scissors. Now, a court ruled that the loser doesn't have to pay up. It is unclear how Edmund Mark Hooper and Michael Premu ended up playing a simple hand game for $500,000. In January 2011. Okay.
It's been going on for
but we know that the former lost at least 2 of the 3 games they played, and he had to take a mortgage on his house to pay off the debt.
What?
Can you imagine telling your wife you have to mortgage the house because you lost $500,000 at rock, paper, scissors?
See, I'm sorry. I don't have that in me to be like, yeah, man, I ain't doing that. And they're like, you said. And I'm like, yeah, I know I said. But I ain't taking out a mortgage on my house for a rock, paper, scissors debt.
Yeah, and on what?
None of this exists. None of this is real.
And on what authority can you demand that I do, No.
Yeah, unless you're the mob and you start, but one man on his own.
Luckily for him, a court canceled on the grounds that the amount wagered was excessive. According to Canadian law, for a wagering contract must be valid, must be based on activities requiring only skill or bodily exertion on the part of the parties.
Oh.
And the amount wagered must not be excessive.
So you can do it if you were like arm wrestling or something.
Requiring only skill or bodily exertion. Yeah, arm wrestling, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just random, I guess.
Yeah, if you could over the top it and pull that much money.
Well, the game can, in certain precise circumstances, call upon the skill of the parties, particularly the speed of execution, the sense of observation, or the putting in place of a strategic sequence, said the Justice.
Whoa.
Chantal Chatelain, which is the most French-Canadian name I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. Her name is Justice Chantal Chatelain.
Wow. So okay, so they were saying for what they did, it was excessive, but there's still like that could hold up if you guys were better rock, paper, scissors athletes. Like if you're fast.
Well, I think they're saying that the game is sound, but the amount wagered was why it was not because $517,000 for such a simple game. I guess that in Canadian law, the amount wagered needs to be reasonable to the challenge. I guess,
but if people weighed that on poker, I bet they would hold it up. And poker's just as stupid.
I don't know enough about poker. I'm inclined to agree with you, but I feel like there's more going into poker than rock, paper, scissors.
A little bit, but I think barely. I think people like to think there is, but it's so much random chance, unless you're counting cards and shit.
But I think
like it's just random chance. All those games are just random.
But I think the thing about poker and random, so for example, the stock market, for all intents and purposes, is pretty random. It's not, I mean, obviously it moves up and down.
Yeah.
But the skill for the stock market comes in knowing when to hold them.
Know when to fold them.
And knowing when to walk away, Nathan.
Yeah, I see where you're going. And know when to run. I got you.
So that's the...
All the warm hungry.
What's that? That's his voice? What is this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's what, because you're right. I guess it's random, but then you got to weigh your odds and know what the other guy, you know what I mean? Like that's where the skill comes in. It's not about the game.
Sure.
Because you're right. It's pretty stupid, I think. But then you got to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean...
Well, this has been another episode of the Royal We. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors me.
Oh, that's a weird...
Yeah, I don't know.
Rock, paper, scissors me.
Yeah.
That feels like a weird...
That could go a lot of ways. It sounds like one of those porn movies we may have left off the list.
I want to thank Kishibashi for letting us use his song Intros/Petos of the album 151A.
Yeah.
I want to thank all of y'all who listened to us, extended us headlines.
Yeah.
I said that very strangely.
Yeah.
You guys want to send us headlines? You should. You guys can do that at Royal... You guys can do that at Royal Weekcast on Twitter or royalweekcast@gmail.com. You can also join us live at twitch.tv/royalweekcast. Again, there's one viewer. I don't know who he is. He's never once said anything to us. I'm going to say hi to him again. Hello. That's the business.
That's the business.
Don't play rock, paper, scissors with us. We're not inclined to pay up.
You'll never get paid.
Watch out for our fucking silly pranks, and that's gonna do it. Good night, Dad.
Yeah, goodbye.
I was thinking the other day, I listened like last episode. I feel like I just kind of blast through the business and then the episode's over.
Yeah.
You know, like the beginning has got this nice banter that leads you into the goofs, right?
And then the end,
But then we get sick of the goofs and we just leave.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You blast through the business and then you just leave. It's just like a sexual encounter. Goodbye, Dad. Tweet.